Out with the old, in with the new. That's Uranus. Let's not do what we've always done. Disruption, innovative disruption. It's unexpected happenings, unexpected changes. When we think of Uranus, we think of expect the unexpected. So when we go back to seeing how it's in the sign of Taurus, which we could say is in the sign of money, Uranus is very much about technology. It's digital. It's the digital era. So when Uranus was in Taurus, that's when Bitcoin hit its all-time high. When Uranus was in Taurus was when Bitcoin started to be talked about a little bit more seriously. Fidelity, I think it was, started offering Bitcoin as part of its 401k, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'm not an economist. I don't know a whole lot. I try to keep on course with all that because it's Uranus and Taurus, and it's like, I got to know about these things. Money, digital dollars. I've been hearing digital dollars since the beginning of this channel, right? In 2019. I kept hearing digital dollars, start telling digital dollars. And lo and behold, in the year of 2021, or was it 2022? Might have been at the beginning of 2022. In the US, the Fed started making serious mentions and having conversations about the digital dollar. But when I saw them literally write a paper on it, a short paper, you can go on the Fed's website or the US. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the Fed's website or the US Treasury. Anyway, I'm not really whole sure. Maybe I'll put a link down below because I just have to research it again. It's been like 6 months since I read it. But it was asking for feedback from people, from the community. It was saying, "Hey, we want to have a discussion about digital dollars. Like, how can we use this in our society? Should we do this in our society? What do you think? We want feedback." So I was like, "Oh my gosh, here it is." I was really excited because it kind of confirms what I hear and the astrology. Understanding like Uranus and what it means innovative, disruptive innovation and changes and shocks and surprises. And in the sign of Taurus, right? Taurus is the earth and it's the food, it's the agriculture too, right? And that is money, the climate change, right? This is some big surprises and shocks, especially recently, like the Supreme Court did some crap with the EPA and blah, 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 blah. That just gives you some examples of Taurus energy and what it means, and Uranus energy and what it can do and what it means, and then what they mean together. See, Taurus is not about change, and Uranus is about change. So it's very tricky. This is a very tricky predicament for Taurus energy because it doesn't like disruptions. Taurus wants something it can rely and depend on. Taurus is like, what's wrong with old money? I like old money, damn it. I like the way I used to make my money. But when Uranus comes along, it says that's outdated. You're not supposed to be making your money doing that anymore. You are supposed to make your money doing something different. We move to the North Node in Taurus. Well, we kind of already talked about the Taurus keywords, didn't we? Right. Our values, our money, our income. What I didn't say was banking. Banking is a big keyword for Taurus energy. Holding the money. I think of gold stacked up somewhere in a vault somewhere, right? Taurus, and holding it. Um, Keeping the values in one location or knowing where those values are at. Having your money make money for you, that's Taurus. So investing, absolutely. And digital investments. This also came online with Bitcoin, right? But not just Bitcoin. Did you know you could get a freaking app on your phone and you can invest? Literally, if you want to buy shares of Apple or you want to buy shares of Amazon or whatever, there are apps that you can go on, and for $5 or a dollar or $100, you can invest in a company. Yeah, like that's Uranus in Taurus, and it's fast. Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is super fast. Taurus is not. Taurus is slow. Taurus is, wait a minute, I got to have another look at the numbers here. Let me have, can we talk about this one more time? Can I be sure? Taurus is very cautious. Uranus says, hell no, you got to go. It's exciting. Let's do it. That's Uranus. Uranus is really air, though, I should say. So I don't want to get us too locked in on a surfboard and being in the water. It's probably not one of the best examples for Uranus energy because Uranus is definitely airplanes. And here we are. I think it's the weekend of July 4th is coming up, and we're hearing about all these problems with the airlines and cancellations and delays. Is that it's Uranus conjunct the North Node. And so disruptions with the airline industry. Now, North Node, that's your future. That's my future. It's our future. The North Node represents basically like the next 18 months of our lives. It's also a lot like Uranus. The North Node energy is about out with the old and with the new. It's like, okay, you haven't done this before. We're going to do this now. That's the North Node. Yeah, it's about the future. Now, the future of what? Well, it's in the sign of Taurus. So it's the future of our values, the values that we are going to need. Do we value our future? Think about that. What is it that we need for our future? Is the earth a value? Taurus, literally the planet herself, Taurus. Food, agriculture, the climate, the North Node in Taurus. And it's no coincidence that when the North Node's in Taurus energy, hearing a lot of happenings going on with the Earth, people are freaking out everywhere, like, oh, it's the end of times. You've got Uranus in the Earth sign. Okay. So you're going to have crazy fires, crazy disruptions, volcanoes, earthquakes, tsunamis. Tsunamis is more of an ocean thing, but tsunamis literally begin their earthquakes below the ocean water, right? So yeah, Uranus in Taurus, earthquakes, disruptive, absolutely. North Node is the future. So it's the future of the money, the future of banking. What's going to happen with banking? Having the North Node in the sign of Taurus, it's also your own personal values. Some of the stuff you used to value, like things that you shared, your shared values, because the South Node, which is at the exact opposite of the North Node has a partner. It's called the South Node. Okay. And that South Node is in Scorpio. So Scorpio is our shared values. It's our shared money. It can be our shared assets. It can be anything that you and somebody else shared together. And it can be an experience. And that experience was so deep, so intense that you are emotionally bonded to it afterwards. Think about that. Some have likened the sign of Scorpio as to the sign of sex because the sign of Scorpio does represent the physical anatomy, literally the tools, so to speak, or the hardware for sex, right? But it's not limited to sex. Scorpio is also a warrior and a fighter. So anybody who's been through a war, anybody who's fought together, a band of brothers, they absolutely are going to have emotional bonds because they share that camaraderie. So this is also for anybody who carries a weapon. So this would be police officers, anybody in the military. Scorpio energy is about the past, especially because it's with the South Node. The South Node is also the past. So this represents our shared wounds of the past. Scorpio is a release energy. So is the South Node. Interesting, isn't it? It's unbelievably crazy. Like our changes should be huge as long as the nodes are in Scorpio and Taurus, because Scorpio's releasing, so is the South Node. The North Node is the new, the incoming. And guess what, Taurus? What did I say about Taurus in the beginning? What kind of a sign is it other than being an earth sign? How is it able to draw something to it? What's the magic of Taurus energy? What is it? Remember what I said? But when you've got a sign like Taurus that can draw stuff to itself, that's magnetic, when you have the North Node also in Taurus, which is all about this is the new coming in, it's incoming, right? You could expect a buttload of changes with what we once valued, our shared values, Scorpio, the South Node, and our new values. So you're going to meet new people. You're going to have new experiences. Your mind has changed. After this freaking pandemic, and in the United States, after this freaking unbelievable craziness and division that we're going through, we're in like these revolutionary times. We're in like these civil war type of mode that like mindset that we're in, where it's like it may not be the North and the South, but it's, I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? People are picking sides, right? It's like they don't want to see the commonality. They feel like what's divided us is so big we can't ignore it any longer. We can't pretend it's not there. The North Node in Taurus is like, okay, I'm aligning up with those who align with my values now. Okay. What is going to happen? What happens when these two are on top of each other? This happens in July. I have this chart. Actually, you can probably see the date. It's drawn up for July 15th, 2022. And these two are 2 degrees away from each other. They're within a 2-degree orb. So what is this going to mean when Uranus collides with the North Node? Can you guess with the keywords that I gave? Do you have any ideas of what we can expect? Intuitions are strong right now. And I want to hear from the community. I want to hear, what do you think the possibilities can be with the North Node and Uranus together, coming together in the sign of Taurus? I'll give you my opinions in the next upload.